today I got to fit so much in, so no more dilly-dallying. Let's just go ahead and get right to the news.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
All the news you'd ever want to know about drones. He drones the news. He's newsing the drone in the newsroom. It's Jeff Sales. What's happening?
Well, nip it in the bud and dilly-dallying. I love it. This is just a perfect night for the South. So, all right. So we'll open it up with DJI introducing the new smart controller, or their what do they call it? The smart DJI smart controller that's for the OcuSync 2.0.
It's smarter. It's big. It's ultra. It's smart, and it's more betterer. And you can do this.
Extremely expensive.
Yes. It does a lot of stuff.
And it looks cool.
It does look cool.
Yeah.
It's an Android.
And did I hear that it's almost as bright as Crystal Sky?
I think it is a crystal sky in there, is it not, Jeff?
Oh.
I don't have any information saying that it is, but I would imagine that they've probably put something similar. This is going to be sort of their, all-purpose super controller that they want to use with the Mavic 2s. And it's available on the DJI website. $649 for it by itself.
Yeah.
Or if you get it bundled with one of the Mavic 2s, it's just a $400 extra cost.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Well,
Better believe it.
I don't know about you, but I'm not a fan of having the display under the controllers. I'm not a fan. That's probably the biggest reason why I'm not a big fan of the Mavic series. For that dumb reason. I know it's dumb, but I don't like it. I don't like it. Thoughts?
I have only been able to fly Mel's Mavic and got a chance to use his controllers. It seemed to work okay for me, but again, that was only like one or two flights. So once I get Rollinsford finished, I'll have an opportunity to tell you better.
Yeah, where's the part that matters to everybody? There's the part that matters to everybody. Right.
That's a big part.
Holy moly! Holy moly!
Man,
that's a lot of money.
So what is it adding other than a beautiful screen?
Well, it adds that you can't use it on the Phantom standard. You can't use it on the Phantom
nowhere else.
With Lightbridge. You can't use it on Lightbridge, and we don't know if you're going to be able to use it on future OcuSync things. I would hope that they would make it forward compatible with stuff. Drone Tread on Me, thank you very much. I think that's our first super chat of the night. Drone Tread on Me, thank you.
Yeah, the benefits for this is that it takes the phone out of the picture so that you don't have to have another separate device to be able to use it. Obviously, being that it's compatible with all three of the Mavic 2s, which is their, I guess, flagship drone at the moment. It's a single controller for all three that they can put out that has a lot of bells and whistles. I'm not too fond of the Android, but then again, iOS, Apple's not going to just hand out iOS to anybody, so it makes sense.
I'm sure it's wonderful. I'm sure it's wonderful, and people will grab it up because it's new and it's DJI and it's cool, and Yeah. But yeah, I mean it doesn't. And I learned this from droning on Ash Ha. You know him.
Yes, sir.
He mentioned that it doesn't come with a case. It doesn't even come with a screen protector on it. Man. So you'll have to get a case.
I heard somebody say that you had to get some sort of screen protection for it.
Yeah.
Like a cell phone. It's going to be just like a cell phone where you want to put something over your screen.
Right. You can't just buy something from DJI and be done with it. You have to accessorize. For instance, the Osmo Pocket here. It comes with all these little doodads here. This was like $60. This was $70. I mean, it's still cool though.
What are those?
This is here. I'll show you. This is the base. This is the Wi-Fi base that you put it in. You stick it on there, and then you can control the camera from your phone from like across the room or something. And then this, which they actually sent me for free because this wasn't ready yet. They had a trouble with manufacturing. They said, well, to make you feel better, we'll send you this wheel thing. And with the wheel thing on it, it doesn't fit back in the case. You know, that's not such a big deal. In fact, I really like it. Yeah. All right.
Surprise.
Yeah.
We're gonna stop dilly-dallying and we'll get on with the news.
Yes, let's move on.
Heathrow Airport was in the news. We had that wonderful time with Gatwick, and apparently somebody decided that they were going to spot a drone at Heathrow.
Apparently, this is video of it, although it does blink very much like the strobes of a helicopter, does it not?
Yeah. There's a lot of questions as to whether or not that's a drone.
Let me zoom in here. Just zoom in here a little bit, see if we can't see it a little bit better. I thought I was going to zoom in. I guess I'm not.
I've actually never seen a drone flash like that.
No, me neither.
Yeah, they had helicopters up. They had all sorts of things. Plus, you have to remember the military was brought in on Gatwick, so they transitioned a lot of the military stuff from Gatwick to Heathrow when this started happening. But the Metropolitan Police, working with the mayor's office and everybody else, they were able to minimize the impact on this so that it didn't last as long as Gatwick did, and the number of flights that were impacted was relatively small compared to the other. So less of a freak out than they had the first time around.
Yeah.
Okay, so next in the news we have actually this is one for Dana now that I think about it, because you fly a Mavic Air, do you not, sir?
I do.
Yeah. Apparently a gentleman in Hong Kong was out flying his Mavic Air when it was attacked by an eagle.
Oh.
And somebody else just happened to be there taking still photographs of it.
Look at that.
Oh my goodness, that's more than attacked.
Yeah. It thought it was a prey item.
That's stolen.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah, it got attacked 3 times by that bird, and on the 3rd attempt, it was the one that he caught on film where it actually caught it. Luckily, the bird itself wasn't injured, and the drone apparently was able to land with minimal damage. But it makes for some spectacular photographs.
What did the one eagle say to the other eagle who stole the drone?
What did he say?
I'm talon on you.
Oh. Oh.
I have not acknowledgement of that.
You see, because he has talons.
Yeah, we see. Jeff, continue.
Yeah. Going right on. So, CES just recently happened, which is the Consumer Electronics, I guess, extravaganza, where all of the people come out and show off all their new technology. And drones, of course, this year made another major appearance. But one thing that was really interesting that was kind of picked up was that most of the drone makers at CES were steering away from consumer toy drones or hobbyist style drones, and the focus seemed to be a lot more on business level drones. So Unique and others.
Voice-controlled drones.
Start recording.
Dancing drones. Resilient drones. Entertained but not impressed by the tech? Well, that's kind of the state of consumer drones today, say several drone makers here. For many of them, the future is building flying robots for businesses, like Nightingale Security in Silicon Valley. Its drone is called Blackbird and comes with a steel nest.
So the Blackbird has the ability to land precisely all by itself, and is able to charge all by itself, so it's always ready for the next mission, and it communicates with other drones.
And it's already on guard duty at a plant for a major car maker, at a data center for a major internet company, and at a marijuana field. Chinese drone company Unique started with expensive toys, but is changing its flight path.
last year we decided to develop an own division for commercial application, drones for inspections, surveillance, agricultural applications, security.
While regulation has held the commercial drone industry back, Yariv Bash, CEO of Flytrex, thinks the Federal Aviation Administration drone pilot program launched last year will push things ahead when the government eventually gets back to work.
I'd like to go ahead and volunteer to be the standby pilot, the marijuana field, brah.
Yeah.
Just in case anything happens, you know.
That's got to be a major feather in their cap, you know. Electronics firm, major company organization, and a marijuana field.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. So next in the news, a news helicopter. Originally they thought this was from a drone.
This is awesome.
News helicopter.
This is awesome.
Passing by what stadium was this? Kansas City Chiefs stadium caught somebody doing something totally inappropriate with a huge giant screen.
One of the workers is playing freaking Mario Kart. You know what I
so
think?
inappropriate about that?
Oh,
If you're gonna get fired, that's the way to get fired.
Yeah, you know what I bet happened? I bet it was like, hey, bro, when you're done watching that marijuana field drone, come on over here and play Mario Kart on the big screen, bro.
I just picture the guy sitting in the stands, you know, with a Coke and a bag of snacks.
Funyuns. It's got to be Funyuns.
It's got to be
Funyuns, right? And it can't be just one dude. One dude by himself isn't gonna do that. It'll be two dudes. One will be like, dude, I got an idea. What is it? And then they come up with the idea. One guy goes, I dare you. That's what. That's the verbiage that happened. That's the conversation. I dare you. Hold my beer.
Watch this.
Yeah, watch this. Oh man, that's awesome.
All right. So next in the news, we have in Atlanta, Georgia, an abandoned gas station. After some of the serious rains, had a sinkhole appear under it. And somebody came out and got some just absolutely fantastic video footage of this sinkhole.
Oh. Well, that's no good. Where is this?
This is in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my word.
Was anybody hurt or anything?
No, this is an abandoned gas station. So it's not in service. There wasn't anybody there.
Okay,
but
good.
Obviously the damage to the building and stuff, you know, prevents it from being repaired. And the video footage I thought was really good, but I loved how the guy went down in the sinkhole and then panned up out of it. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Glad nobody was hurt.
And next on the cool video side, did you find the video for the cathedral?
No.
Okay. Well, in that case, then, you guys in the news, if you get a chance, go out and check out the video for the Bristol Cathedral. A gentleman flew a drone inside there back in 2018. And what's been interesting about the video is that he filmed sections of that cathedral that haven't been seen for 500 years.
It's really cool, but we don't have the video, so let's move on.
All right.
Because, I mean, why describe just go to the drone wiki. Go to the drone wiki page.
You got to go to the drone wiki page.
It's really cool,
All right.
though. It's a really cool video if you can find it, which I can't.
Okay. Last in the news, and this one is fresh off the presses, is Canada.
Yeah.
Has released their new drone rules that will go in effect June 1st, 2019. And these drone rules follow some of what we have here in the States, and then on the other side of the coin go completely berserk.
Yeah, this is harsh, man. This is harsh. There's Canadians that are very upset about this. Let me just go ahead and play this. Let me just go ahead and play this video for you.
The rules apply to any drone over 250 grams. That's about the weight of a small cup of coffee. To fly one of these, you've got to be at least 14 sober and pass an online written test. You'll get a pilot certificate, and you've got to carry it with you.
To prove that you are not just somebody who went and bought it and put it in the air.
Like before, you have to be able to see your drone at all times, and there's a height restriction. You can't fly any more than 400 feet up in the air, which is about 40 stories high. But you also can't fly over any emergency scene where first responders are working, no outdoor events, and as before, you have to stay well clear of airports. That last point, the government is taking very seriously. Think back to all those drone sightings that crippled London's Gatwick Airport for 3 days in December. Everything shut down. And yesterday, drones grounded flights at Heathrow for over an hour.
It is a serious criminal offense to interfere with the operations of an airport.
If you break the rules, you could be looking at a stiff fine or even jail time.
If you cause an accident that can have enormous repercussions, then you have to realize that there will be a price to pay for that.
Wow, man. And I was talking, I emailed, I got an email from Canadian Kevin, let's call him. And he was telling me that the test that you need to take from these instructors, the instructors can charge anything they want because it's not regulated. Is that right?
Apparently it's not regulated yet, which I would imagine is going to change sometime between now and June 1st. But the other thing when they were talking about the fines, just to give you guys an idea of what they're fining you about, if you're caught flying a drone without a pilot certificate, that's $1,000.
Right.
If you're flying unregistered or unmarked drones, it's $1,000. If you're flying where you're not allowed, that's $1,000. And if you put the aircraft and people at risk, that's $3,000. And that's just for individuals. If you're a corporation, on the other hand, and you're caught flying without a certificate, that's $5,000. Same thing for unmarked drones and flying where you're not allowed. But if you put aircraft and people at risk at a corporation level, you're paying $15,000 in a fine.
Oh, man.
And if you break more than one rule, you receive multiple fines.
So what about all these kids that already have drones? They're like 10, 11, 12. They just can't fly anymore?
They're going to have to get a pilot certificate.
But they have to be 14.
Within...
But they have to be 14. You know, kids that are like 11 and 12 have gotten drones.
Also, don't keep in mind, they also, not only do they have to be 14, they have to be sober.
Right. Yeah. So those dudes over at the stadium playing Mario Kart, they can't go on their trip to to Drone Canada.
You can't do it without being sober. So
well, I mean that actually does make sense. Don't drone drunk, please. But
and I'm not sure of the number of 14-year-old inebriated drone pilots there are in Canada. So I'm not sure how serious that issue is. But the fact that there's a lot of people that are under the age of 14 that have drones, that have nice drones,
right?
Or that they're not going to be flying,
and they're not going to be grandfathered in. They're not going to be able to say give them a pass or anything.
No.
That is awful. Yeah, that is awful. Do you think they'll change? I mean, is that set in stone? That goes into effect when?
June 1st, 2019 is the time that this goes into effect. So I'm imagining that between now and then, the drone community in Canada has a good opportunity to try to challenge some of this.
Yeah.
And see if they can get some of it changed. Or at least try to get some of the regulations, altered to not be so draconian.
Will it be like it is here? Like if I'm the pilot in command, I can hand the remote to my little cousin. And they're 10, and that's cool. That's legal. Will it be like that?
Again, it's not listed on. I'm looking at their site where it specifically identifies the rules, and it says that the pilot of the drone is the person that has to be certificated, and the drone itself has to be marked and registered. Now, if you hand the controller to somebody else, whether or not within Canadian laws, under their CAA laws, that means that person's the pilot. It doesn't clarify that. So there's another nice little gray area there.
Okay, so it's like driving if you're underage. If you and a buddy are driving and you don't have a license, but your buddy in the passenger seat does, when the cop pulls you over, you got to switch real quick. But don't do that. Don't do that. Hopefully they can. This is kind of extreme, and I hope the Canadian drone community will rise up and try to get some of this challenged. But in the meantime, now I'm American. I'm not Canadian, but I have something that might make you Canadians feel a little bit better, and that is, of course, your national anthem that I would like to sing for you right now, if you don't mind. Would you guys mind?
No, I can't wait.
I'm cool with it, yeah.
I'm going to show it respect. I'm not changing the words. I'm just going to sing it for you. And then at the end of the song, I'll give you a little reminder on why you Canadians need to be thankful and happy. Check, 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 check. 1, 2, okay. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Canadians, this is Ken Heron, and I just wanted to take this moment to remind you that you are a fine and free and strong nation. And one thing you have on us Americans is free health care. So bravo! Bravo, Canadians! So go out and get hurt, but don't worry about it. Thank you.
People are in the chat going, someone pay him to stop.
Oh, no. Was it awful? Was it awful? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my gosh.
Well, I mean, the other thing to take from this that I'll add is, India changed their laws. Several other countries have changed their laws. And one thing that's standing out in most, if not all of the things that I see in the news is that the core things that we have in the United States, under 400 feet, within visual line of sight, staying away from airports and certain, facilities and stuff, all of that rings true in just about every single one that I've seen. So there is a lot of standardization that is still happening within the drone industry globally. It's just some countries now are taking a couple of little extra swipes at it.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for the news, my friend.
My pleasure, sir. And
before you go, I want you to stick around for a moment. We're going to talk to Art Co. Art will be on. Our guest tonight, Art Carlson. But there's another one of our fellow droners is having some health trouble right now. And you've heard of this, Jim Crinan. I hope I'm saying his name right. He's been dealing with a diagnosis of cancer recently. Lloyd Mendenhall, the grumpy vlogger, has set up a GoFundMe page. And there's a link in the description. So we just want to let you know that, Jim, we're standing with you as a community. I'll just show you everybody right now the GoFundMe page. And you can go ahead and make a donation if you want. This is how you do it. Jeff, have you made a donation?
I have not as of yet, but I plan to.
Okay. This is how you do it. You just go there and you do a $100 donation just like that. It won't accept any other amount below that. It won't accept anything below 100. Above 100 it will, but below $100 it won't. So Jim, I hope you and your family can get through this and you feel better. And again, there's a link in the description if you would like to help him out. And Jeff, you want to give a quick update on the Heron Bird 2 electric boogaloo?
Yeah, so we took the gimbal off this morning, thinking that the gimbal was completely the flex cable was broken. And as I got the base piece off and started looking at it, I realized the flex cable was all in one piece. So your gimbal is actually in really good shape. It's just got one gimbal motor that's damaged. So you may have lucked out from the standpoint of the gimbal. As for the drone itself, no.
Yeah, let's see it.
You didn't luck out on the drone itself.
That's hard to look at, man. That's hard to look at.
But there is nothing on this that I can't fix.
Nice.
Nothing at all.
Excellent.
So
I'm glad that you're the repairman. By the way, thank you, Anubis Arts. $20 super chat. Ken, you should sing "Droney Got Back." Let me think on that.
And I did want to give one quick shout out because we got some good news. Art has provided me the Favic kit, that we're going to put a Phantom 3 in, and we had a gentleman that had sent us or is sending me a Phantom 3 Professional, which will be here Saturday. And so I wanted to give a shout out to him and thank him for submitting that particular drone. It is John Duffy with duffernutter.com.
Okay.
If you go to any of the videos that I have on it, I've been trying to add links to his site so that he can get some traffic from this, because he's sending me not a damaged drone. He's sending me a perfectly good drone. There's nothing wrong with it. So
you're gonna destroy it.
Yeah, I'm very conflicted that I have to tear apart a perfectly good drone, but you
Cool.
know, it's all in good spirits. So
Okay, very good. And by the way, there are links to the Drone News and Jeff Sill's page. We urge you to please go ahead and subscribe to him. How many subscribers do you have?
260.
You only have
something,
200.
I think.
Come on, people, we can get him over 300 tonight. Only 200 and something? Isn't there more than that watching right now? Come on, people, what are you doing? And one more time before I let you go, let's see, I'm trying to pack so much in here. I know, Art, you're standing by. We're going to bring Art here in a minute. You remember the Drone Around the World project?
Yes.
Dan, you remember that with our little
absolutely.
Spark? I'm sending a Spark around the world to various people. It went to Australia, it went to Hong Kong. It is right now in Sweden with Matthias Allring, and he sent me some video. Eventually, what we're going to do at the end is we're going to auction this off. And I'm going to show you the cool video that he did, which is flying backwards. But first, I wanted to thank Barry Markowitz. You know Barry.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Barry. He sent a Nanook 905 case for the Spark to rest in after the end of its journey. This is an awesome case. It was donated by Frank Vitelio, who is vice president of global sales for Nanook, and this will be added to the auction of the Spark for the proceeds to be donated to Make-A-Wish International to help the kids. So when the Spark's done flying around the world, I'll put a video together and everybody can see where it's been, and then it will end up resting comfortably in this beautiful Nanook case.
Awesome.
Yeah, and there's a link in the description if you want to get one of those.
How cool a case is that now?
It's pretty cool. Now, Barry also sent along some Hawaiian candies. And while I thank Barry much for these are the worst candies I've ever tasted. They're truly horrible. In fact, they're so bad, I thought it was a joke. I thought these were a joke candy, because these are terrible. I guess you have to be Hawaiian to enjoy these. Because everybody I shared these with in the office, they went, "Ooh, gummy bears." So, thanks, Barry. Try again. I'm going to put these in the file over here, but we thank you very much. And now, Matthias Allring, I have two videos, and here and there's much more to his flying, but here's just a little bit of the little Spark that could flying around the world for charity. Everybody knows that Matthias is probably the best drone pilot in the world when it comes to photography drones and flying backwards. Skills are unmatched. You know, he's on vacation, and I can't remember where he is. Maybe you'll recognize it when he goes outside. Pro tip, it's best to fly in your stocking feet. So you know. Could you ever do this, Jeff? Could you ever fly like this? Look at it.
Oh, wow. The guy is a master at that, I swear.
He is a master. Indeed. Yep. Okay, so that's video number 1. And here is the next one. Lining up.
Dude!
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You want to see that again?
Yes, please.
Let's see that one again.
Incredible.
Isn't that amazing? Thank you very much.
He's got
Matthias.
something figured out, no doubt.
Yeah, that's his thing. And so the next stop, Matthias is going to send it on to Henrik Olsen in Denmark, and we'll see what he can do with it. But right now, we have to say goodbye to Jeff. Thank you so much, my friend.
Been a pleasure, sir.
See ya.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
Bye. All right. Now,
Wow.
here's where the world falls apart.